Boys, welcome to court. We've got a bit of a different one today. As you already know, here on Barra.
Yeah, cold. Barra Bruvva.
Barra Buvvy. Big up Buvvy, though.
Big up Buvvy.
You know
Lawrence
Buvvy, bro.
Good guy.
I think he's top. He is an
could be the
unbelievable troll.
greatest.
I think he's
Great
unbelievable.
He's the greatest.
Rage better.
Genuinely, I don't think there's anyone better.
Yes.
He's the best.
He is.
He's
Him and
unbelievable.
Rory.
Yeah, Rory's good as well.
NFC in his prime.
Yeah. Oh. You know how they say? You know how they say like, oh, guys can just name footballers. and
Yeah,
pass the time?
yeah.
Bro, we can name content creators apart
Yeah,
from
we
time.
could. But anyway, let's establish some order over here.
Order!
Hey.
All right, honourable gentlemen from Spark at me from the central position right now. Order!
Wallahi, if he was in my court.
Well, I'm sick of this. Well, I'm actually sick.
I'll kill you.
Nah, I'm actually sick.
Somali judge.
Somali judge, no wait.
Alright, Somali. Wallahi, he's telling the truth.
Wallahi, it's it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'll settle all of this. Say wallahi.
Say wallahi.
Say wallahi, you
Say
didn't
wallahi
do it.
now.
Say wallahi, you didn't
Nah,
do it.
bro, I use two V's.
Yeah, man. Good. Sorry, man.
Order!
Order!
As you know, here on Barra Brothers, we like to experiment with new ideas. So today we've got a new idea. Football jewelry, football court, something around those words. You'll see it on the title. I'll let my assistant judge, Remedy, explain the rules. Sorry about assistant, but you have to be in it. It's court. You can't have two barristers.
Say what you want to say. Say it.
I'm big barrister.
Yeah.
And you're a barista. Hand down.
Life in prison.
That's a good one. Okay. So,
I'll be rash as a barista. Wallah.
Yeah.
Barista. Yeah, you got it in my head.
Yeah, I'll be rash as a barista.
Oh,
Yeah, just
my-
dash the
Hella
cappuccino.
Hella coffee in extra caffeinated.
Yeah, wallah.
Rush barista.
Odd latte. You got the odd latte.
You pumpkin spice oat milk. I don't know why he's Italian. Sorry. I don't know why the barista is Italian. Sorry. Yeah, no coffee, espresso.
Cappuccino. Go ahead, bro.
You're so sick.
But that's why he's little, bro. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
little
yeah,
barista,
that's
bro.
right.
Little barista.
Yeah,
All right.
that's-
So,
I'm shadowing.
you are.
Yeah.
So this is football court. The way this works is everyone has a statement. Everyone has come with a statement to this episode. And here's the thing, though. Everyone has to defend their own opinion. So they could be lying. They could be telling the truth.
Oh.
Once they share their opinion, we are going to grill the person on how true their opinion is. And I'd say we know each other fairly well, relatively well, on how we see football. So Abs, for example, he could share an opinion that Martinelli is the greatest winger in the world, but I would automatically throw him in jail because I know how he sees the game.
Gotta be smart.
You have to be smart with your opinion. So you could give a vague opinion, you could give an opinion where you're being fully truthful. So I think I've explained it pretty well.
Yeah, so basically, like court, you just go to court and you're either lying or telling the truth. The jury and the lawyers and everyone just has to find out.
Yes.
Are you telling the truth or not? And like a jury, we all have to unanimously agree. So this isn't a thing where Abs, for example, says a statement
Yeah.
and Lucas says, oh, you're lying. I say you're telling the truth, because now it's a hung jury. Now,
Yeah.
no one's leaving. You're going to get escorted back to the hotel. You're coming back that very next morning and we're going again.
Same suit, no shower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No outside contact, nothing. So we have to be unanimous. We have to agree. Huddle. Boys, what are we saying? Lie, truth, blah, you know what I'm saying? And then sentence him. So if you're telling the truth and we sentence you to prison, you've been wrongfully charged with murder and you'll spend the rest of your life rotting away in prison, lying and not being set free even though you're innocent.
Wow.
But at the opposite side, if you're lying and we let you go, you're OJ Simpson.
And AJ
If the
Shabbat.
club don't fit,
You must.
AJ Tracy is saying.
And AJ Shabbat.
And AJ
AJ Shabbat,
Shabbat,
yeah.
If the club don't fit,
Yeah, you must do what?
you must acquit.
There you go. So
So each of us gonna take a turn taking the stand.
there you go. Grill us. And like jury, we're like court, we're gonna be, ask it in our own and answer in our own unique way, you know?
Yes.
So
But to say something, you have to say objection.
No, but there's no judge here. It's
Yeah.
just
there's no
a
judge. So if we wanted to, we
three-man
could
jury.
scrap.
Yeah.
If we wanted to.
Yeah.
First.
We could sentence you to a scrap.
Yeah. Like Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Ordeal by death? What's
Yes,
it called?
yes.
Whoever's got
Trial by death.
Trial by ordeal.
Try by duel.
Shut it, man.
Did someone say duel? I'm Mikel Arteta. I love a duel. Nah.
No, life.
You are
Life.
sick.
Yeah, life.
No, you're actually sick.
With you.
You have brain rot, and it's severe. No, and it's really bad.
I have a deal.
All right, who would like to start is what I'm on. I would like to start.
That was AI.
Because I'm not saying my statement yet. I'm going to sentence you to life of no Barra Brothers if you do not like, if you do not subscribe, and if you do not comment multiple times. Every single time someone takes the stage, you must tell us if you think they're lying or telling the truth and why.
How about this? If you don't do that, I'm quitting as host and this whole show is done.
Damn.
Fairs. I'll
Gotta do it.
I'll just get abs. I'll be real.
Yeah, first.
Yeah, man.
And if he flops, Luca.
You know the seat is a revolving door.
Yeah, it has to be. Has to be. Anyways, are we starting?
Let's go.
Who's starting?
You can go.
Oh, am I going?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Guys, please respect me when I'm speaking. I'll promise to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Oh, really?
We will see.
Here it come. Sorry.
My statement. Beautiful people of the jury. TV
see,
went
he's
off.
He's trying to butt.
Oh, TV went. See that? Yeah, just grab the remote, please. Grab the remote, please. Hung jury.
Hang.
Nah, just yeah.
Oh, he
He's
knows
a
how to do
natural.
it. He's a
He's a
natural. Nah, this is fucked.
Okay.
This gimmick can never end. You know he's got so much possibilities.
All right, cool. My statement.
You're lying. Sorry.
My statement is.
Sorry.
Lionel Messi
You started there.
He hasn't even finished, man.
But he went straight for the big guy.
Lionel Messi is not the greatest Argentine football player ever.
I already have my answer. I actually know. I promise you I already have my answer.
I think he thinks this.
I think he thinks this.
Yeah. I've heard some inklings, but we could be getting swindled. Because does he always say it? Because
I don't know who's saying
Yeah,
things
so
is
for
the
context,
best player
he thinks
ever.
He's a Ronaldo.
He's a
fan.
Ronaldo star.
He's a
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo
a good
fan.
fan.
But Ronaldo's not Argentinian, man. I just add for the
Yeah.
jury's.
Absolutely.
Let the record state. Let the record state Ronaldo's
Witness?
not Argentine.
Witness?
Sorry.
You've said your statement.
Sorry. Sorry.
So, for context, he's a Ronaldo guy. And I have heard him say this statement in passing from time to time.
I have actually heard him say,
Full stop.
without HGH hormone, Messi will be laying bricks.
That's what he has said. He said
Nah, I
that.
don't think he's even fit
But
for
then
that.
there's now we have to.
I don't even think he's fit for
You
that
know, if
one.
he's
man.
gone for that. That's
Yeah.
mad.
Might be surveying.
But
or
now
something.
we need to add how much of that is satire. Because I think he doesn't even do it to big up Maradona. He does it to downplay Messi.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm going to tell you, I know exactly where this thought came from. So there was a comp circling around yesterday of Alan Hansen on Twitter.
there was.
And I know this stemmed his thought. And I'm like, Hussein was like, this guy's fucked. That's how he talks, right?
Yeah. This guy is fucked. Yeah.
That's how he talks, right? Look at what Hansen is doing on that bubbly pitch. Imagine what Maradona's doing right now. And Maradona is like having a bath in mud. And I think, and I know this guy is going to say, yeah, but if Messi didn't have those conditions, he wouldn't be the best. But what if Maradona had those conditions?
No, but my thing is this, Remedy. I hear you.
Yeah.
But now it's about what does Hussein truly think.
We haven't asked him a question.
By the way, I will just say as well, let the record state that I thought of the statement before you tweeted that.
Okay. Regardless, my thing is so we do need to actually ask him questions. So the Argentinian that you believe to be better than Lionel Messi
Yes.
is Diego Maradona.
Diego Armando Maradona FC.
Why do you think that?
There's multiple reasons, right? Maradona, I believe, influenced the game, changed the game in ways that not a lot of people did. I think you're speaking about Maradona, you're speaking about Johan Cruyff. In the same realm. Everyone else is secondary in terms of what they did for the game. Right? When you talk to people before Messi and Ronaldo, every single person unanimously used to say that Maradona is single-handedly the best player they've ever seen. Right? The individual genius of this man was ridiculous. But not only that, it goes down and it trickles down. The conditions he was playing in plays a big part. Right? The most iconic moment, even two moments you could argue in football, one is a goal, one isn't, or is controversially, are both Maradona moments, both in the same game, which kind of summarizes who Maradona is as a person. Won Napoli their first ever trophy, Scudetto, right? Built a whole legacy in a city that, till now, it embodies the people. The people of the city in Napoli are kind of these. They're known as, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but these like kind of lunatics almost. Like, they're a bit crazy, passionate, whatever. That kind of comes from Maradona as well. Like, Maradona joined Napoli because of it, but also it comes like it's kind of like they both feed off each other. See, not only that, on a human level, this guy was relatable. People could relate to him. A normal bloke, a normal guy, changed football. The way football was perceived, the individual brilliance, like I'm talking to you about, like, he's mental, but had his shortcomings, had his downfall, had the human moments that we don't really see of footballers now, which will make sense. It's a completely different time. The guy would sniff and then go and play football and kill everyone. Then he would go back to the changing room and lead a song and dance about the Falkland War. This is the type of person we're talking about. For that reason, I think Diego Maradona is the greatest Argentine football player ever.
Do you have him second all time?
Messi.
Messi? Yes.
Where do you have Maradona all time?
What do you mean? Argentine.
No, in your goat rank.
Oh, in football.
Yeah.
Oh, no, in football. This is what I'm saying, though. What's your statement? Can you ask the question again,
No,
please?
my question was, do you have
That's a good question.
Messi?
Yeah.
No, do you have Maradona second all time? And you
Second
said
what?
all time in the history.
No.
of
I
football.
want the full.
The second best footballer ever.
No.
You don't have Maradona second.
No.
Who's second?
Messi.
So that means we already know he's lying.
So Cristiano's third.
No. Cristiano's first.
So he's
This
said
guy's
Ronaldo.
confused, man.
You said Cristiano, Messi, Maradona.
Yeah. What was your question?
That was my question.
What was the question?
The top three players ever.
No. You
Who's
said
the top
something.
players
You
all
said
the best
something.
footballer. That's what he said.
What did you say?
Yeah, the top three footballers
So
of
you
all
think
time.
that Ronaldo's a better footballer than Maradona as well?
He said the best footballer of all time, I think, is Ronaldo, Messi, Maradona.
So then
So
how
you-
can
so you said-
Maradona be the best Argentine footballer ever?
He's not the best. He said he's the greatest Argentine. Are you doing the whole best greatest thing?
You know what?
Okay, sorry, stop. Witness, stop.
What did Messi do?
Stop. Witness, can you please repeat your statement?
Yeah.
Original statement, please.
Messi is not the greatest
He's not
Argentine football
Okay.
player
He's
ever.
done the greatest best thing.
Yo, this guy is. Yo.
Yeah, just synonyms, man. Best,
Yeah,
greatest,
man.
technicalities.
All right, would you want Maradona second best? I'll say Maradona second best. I don't care, bro. If we're talking as a whole thing, Maradona second best. Go on.
So you changed
So you
that.
just changed your statement that isn't the original statement.
Nah, but he asked me a question. I'm allowed to speak to the
No, yeah, but
questioner,
I'm
please.
confused now because first you said Messi was the second best player of all time. Now you're saying you're retracting that and you're changing it to Maradona. Insinuating first it was a question of the vocabulary you used, whether it'd be greatest or best, and now you've switched it up.
If you want me to take a break and speak to my lawyer, I can do that for you. But I'm
There is
choosing,
no lawyer here.
I'm
You are in
choosing,
the
Yeah,
I'm
court.
choosing to represent myself.
Actually, speak to your lawyer. Go on.
I'm choosing to speak.
I want to
myself.
see you. I want to see you speak to your lawyer.
He's at Lebanese Grill. He's busy at the moment.
First.
So I give him a little break because
Yeah,
I thought I
first.
could handle this myself.
Yeah,
But
first.
clearly he's trying to be elusive, little Italian mafia don, trying to be elusive and set me
I
up
think
with.
the only person trying to be
Gino.
elusive is here.
Yeah.
Is you, sorry.
It's you.
How many games of Maradona have you watched in your life?
Okay, so this is a good question. So, let the record show. And if you need my dad to come and be a witness, there's no problem. And if you need him to sit in the stand, my dad used to take us to car boot sales. Yeah, growing up.
And you
I
met
used-
him there.
I used to buy-
Maradona.
Maradona was at a car boot sale. Yeah, I used
Buy
to
him the
I used to buy
finest white.
I used to buy tapes. Yeah.
I'm white.
Yeah, you're gone mad. Car boot white is crazy.
The best kind.
Yeah. We used to buy tapes. 10p a tape. Yeah? Every tape was 10p. Some of them you put them on and it's a movie. Some of them you put them on, it's a football match. Some of them you put them on and it's a recap.
So it's random.
It's a recap of the World Cup 1986. So the one I put on was the World Cup 1986 recap. And it was all about Diego.
Armando.
Of course.
The man that he was. I was seeing clips of him warming up. I was seeing training videos of it. So from a young age, I knew about Maradona. I was going into school, speaking to the assistant teacher. You know, the guy who sits on the side. His name is DK. Shout out DK.
Was he sat next to you?
No, not next to me. Other side. I used to switch the ball to him. I used to speak to him about Maradona. He used to be, how do you know about Maradona? I said, I know about Maradona, bro.
Yeah, fuck, you know.
Judge, they're laughing at me.
Zay, that's hilarious. Man, I asked if the TA was next to you, flanking you for this opinion. That's what he's saying to you.
But Hussein,
Yeah.
the law is a precise endeavor. You haven't answered my
Yeah.
question. How many games of
The
Maradona
law-
have you watched?
One set. The brother said the law is a precise endeavor. Don't mess about with
Yeah,
this
that's
jury
a-
member.
that's a cold
You
statement.
can't mess around with my man.
What,
That's a bar.
Bear Godfather and that. I've been there as well, bro.
Bare Godfather. That's good.
How many? 4 games?
Yeah.
90 minutes?
Yes.
Maybe 3.
3.
Yeah.
But maybe or 3. 3.
No, the thing is,
Precisely 3.
knowing Hussein, I think those 3 opinions, or those 3 games, and the comps that he's watched, I know this guy.
He's formulated it.
I think he's formulated his opinion. I think he is so Ronaldo that he is.
Anti-Messi.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we need to remember that I would say over a certain age group, a lot still believe Maradona is the best of all time.
Yeah.
He's old as hell.
But he's not as old as
As
the
them man
demographic
that
I'm
believe
talking
it,
about.
yeah.
Like
Let me
my
be honest
dad
with you.
would be Maradona. All his friends around that age, Maradona.
Do you understand that football, the perception of who the best player or the greatest player changed when Messi and Ronaldo came into the game? It started becoming about who's consistently been able to produce week in, week out for a long period of time. Before that, it was just give me 1, 2, 3 years tops of
But
just
Messi ticks both
absolute.
boxes.
Calm down. Give me 2, 3 years tops of absolute brilliance. That's why you're talking about Johan Cruyff's. Yeah, the guy was adulterer, whatever, smoker. Just gave you 2, 3 years at the top. He was adulterer, bro.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that about him.
That's a separate case that we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can't. No, what are you doing? No. Chill out. Right?
I don't even know what he's talking about. Go
So
on.
you had.
We can't do that in case the brother's not here with us.
I know. He said that.
That's what he's
Let the record.
insinuating.
Let the record state. He said that.
Bro, now I said that, Riverdale. You know that's exactly what you
Let
meant.
the record state.
You
He
know
said
that's
that.
exactly
I never said
what
that.
you meant. You know that's
Right?
He's nicked you. He's clocked it now as well. You tappy guy.
You had Eusebio. You had Maradona. You had all these man where the greatest is formulated of like 2 to 3 years of just like you've changed my life.
Bliss.
That's why those players, those people of that certain age demographic you're saying, that's why they rate Maradona so like, bro, if you went around in 2008 and you said who's the greatest player of all time, if they were doing straight interviews back in the day, 2008, who's the greatest player of all time? Maradona.
Pele.
Maradona would take
Unless you
everyone.
went Brazil.
But this is the thing. This is where I'm getting confused. You're saying, like you said, it's all about who you grew up with, etc., etc. Therefore, you think that Cristiano Ronaldo is number 1 because you grew up with Ronaldo. You have a link to Ronaldo, but then you have Maradona over Messi.
I met him. Yeah.
When you don't have a more of a connect, how do you have a more connection to Maradona than Messi when you grew up in the Messi era?
I grew up in the Messi. I grew up just before the Messi era. I grew up watching
But
football
you didn't
just
grow
before.
up in the Maradona era.
No, I didn't. But
Yeah.
the best player when I was getting into football, the greatest ever player was Maradona.
So then, why did Ronaldo surpass Maradona?
Because Man United.
So it's bias.
100%.
So he's not the greatest player of all time than Ronaldo.
If we're talking statistically, if we're talking
Unbiasedly.
if we're talking unbiased, what's the word? Where it's not like no
Objective.
opinion. Objectively,
He's not.
he's probably
So
not.
who is?
Maradona.
Yeah, cool. I've seen it all. This guy's capping. This guy's capping.
Circles. So, give me your ranking of the 3 greatest players of all time. In
Judge,
order.
hearsay,
Chill out.
Hearsay.
You're a witness. Chill out.
hearsay.
Give me your top
Broski.
3. Give me your top
Top
3.
3
Okay.
greatest, not
No,
best.
but you're asking me.
Exactly.
So
Who should I ask? Once everybody tell me.
No.
who said top
But
3.
then I'm gonna give you an objective one.
No, give me a subjective one. I want your opinion. I don't care what you think objectively. I want your
Which one's
subjective
objective?
opinion.
Okay.
Objective is being
Subjective
serious.
is
Subjective
Hussein.
is Fugazi.
Objective.
Yeah, so I'm
is-
gonna give you a subjective one.
No, bro. I want your subjective. You understand? Objectivity is not understand.
Okay, with bias.
This is objectively yours.
Okay,
Yeah.
with bias, it's Ronaldo, Maradona, Messi.
In terms of greatness.
Yeah.
In-
Without bias,
No. Stop now. Stop everything now. I want it with your bias. With your bias, who's the best?
can I give you both? And then you ask me.
No. I don't want your other one. I want with your bias. Who's
Without
the
bias,
best?
Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo.
This guy's taking a piss. Brother, you have to listen to the jury when we're asking you questions.
Okay, what do you want?
Your top 3 in terms of best talent.
Yeah.
Top 3 in order, please.
With my opinion.
Bro, with your opinion.
We're gonna hold you in contempt. I'm not joking.
Nah, I don't want to answer that, please. No comment.
What do you mean you plead the fifth?
I have no comment. Nah, no comment. Now you lot are getting techie and sticky and messy. I don't like it.
Okay.
Please,
Yeah,
please.
boys.
Jury, can you please come to a decision? I've been here 18 hours. Haven't even eaten.
Hey, his armpits. No, I'm just joking.
No, you can smell. I smell great.
Oh, I know you do.
Thank you.
Musty, yeah.
I think he's an honest man.
From what we know of the scene.
It's hard to describe,
Yeah.
but I think with what we've said and everything that he's come out
know
with,
about him as well, and this whole swindling, working
Yeah.
that he's been doing, he agrees with that.
The usage
Yes.
of words and stuff is confusing.
Yeah. He tried to confuse us.
yeah, I think he tried to confuse the audience too.
Yeah.
I think he is an honest man.
He's telling the
I think he should go to jail for his opinion.
Yeah, yes. So
yeah.
I hate his opinion.
Yeah,
If it's up to me, his opinion sends to jail.
yes.
But I can't put an innocent man in
No,
jail.
I can't.
I
As
agree.
much as I hate the
gotta
opinion,
let him walk.
I can't.
I have to,
I
yeah.
can't
You gotta
hate
let
this
him
man
walk.
that strongly.
Okay.
It just can't happen like that.
So
On bail though, but yes.
yes, he's on the wing like Bale.
He's on the wing like
Yeah,
that.
on the wing like
He's on the wing like that.
All right.
But in this case, we believe you're an honest man, and you don't deserve jail time for this statement.
Mama.
Come on.
I was telling the truth.
Of course you were, man.
Yeah, I
you're,
knew it.
you're stupid.
Right,
I
okay.
knew it.
But
Let
you're
me
not guilty.
explain.
Knew it.
You're stupid.
I
Because
knew it.
you know, court is a matter of.
It's a matter of
Have you watched?
discrepancies.
Have you watched Law Abiding Citizen?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great movie.
You see how he admits that he wants to kill someone, but he didn't admit that he done it.
Yeah.
Look at my wording. The greatest Argentine football player ever. Yeah? Greatest, I believe Maradona is greater than Messi. I think he embodies Argentina and what it means to be an Argentinian player more than Messi. And therefore, I think when you even go to Buenos Aires and you ask people who's greater, Maradona or Messi, they'll say even if Messi wins 5 World Cups, Maradona is still the greatest.
That's cap.
Yeah.
Five, maybe not five.
Have you been to Buenos Aires?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if I'm allowed there. But regardless, yeah. Listen, I disagree with your statement, but you don't have any cuffs on.
But so when I initially told you that, look, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Were you seeing all of your future? Were you seeing everything ahead of you?
What, that you told me that
That I agreed with you, and I think
my life can get back on track.
really.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take an engineering course again.
Oh really?
I'm gonna start a podcast.
No way.
Yeah, I might even talk about football.
Cuss me.
Barra Brothers.
I let the
maybe.
cuss me. I swear
Yeah.
down, bro.
Yeah.
No way, bro. His fucking opinion, bro, is fucking wicked, bro. I swear down, bro.
Let's jump into RS3, bro.
Nah,
Okay, now we're just doing racial profiling, but
Yeah,
that's not
that's
where I'm from at all.
Yeah,
To be fair, we're doing Italian movie.
Hey. Anyone could get it.
Who would like to take the stand next?
I think Lucas should.
I come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Luca.
Go on then, mafioso bosso.
Okay. My statement is that Neymar Jr. is a top 5 footballer ever.
Okay. So
Get a load of this guy first and foremost, you know.
What are you talking about?
Get a load of
All
this
right.
guy.
who makes up your top 5?
In order:
Sure.
Messi, Ronaldo, Maradona, Ronaldo phenomenal, Neymar.
So
Is that in order, yeah?
So is Neymar 5th on your list?
Yeah, fair.
Because I watch a lot of Lucas videos.
I watch a lot of Luca as well. So we've got evidence.
We've got evidence.
We have.
Yeah.
And I think this man is going free.
He's going home scot-free.
I think he's going home scot-free.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to jail because we believe his opinion. I totally believe that.
I'm surprised he's not higher, and it's making me think, has he been sly?
Yes. That's a
And
good.
he's gone 4 over the 5. He maybe no, but I think he thinks Phenomenal is better than Neymar.
Do you think Phenomenal's better than Neymar? For
I
what
do.
reason, please?
I think the phenomenal's better than Neymar, not only because I think he could have reached much higher heights without the injuries to his knee, and
See.
already the heights that he reached with 2 broken knees. I don't think Neymar had a higher peak, for example. I think he achieved much more, obviously, with the national team Ronaldo, and the impact he had on his generation as well is similar to Neymar. So in that sense, they're very similar. But I just think as a pure footballer, what Ronaldo was doing at 19, 20, won the Ballon d'Or at 21, the youngest ever Ballon d'Or winner. At Barca, at Inter, unplayable.
Do you do your rankings based on peak, or does longevity come into play?
Everything sort of comes into play.
So for the
So
viewers,
whose
go
peak?
on.
Whose peak do you think was better, Ronaldinho's or Neymar's?
Neymar.
For the viewers at home, Luca is the biggest Neymar fan.
Yeah, he's a huge Neymar.
He is a
Rightly
huge
so.
Neymar fan.
Rightly so.
I'm surprised Luca went that easy with his statement. Was he a bit shook? Because I do believe Luca thinks he's top 5. Do we think he's top 3?
Do you think he's how far? Who's? Can you name your list again?
4 was phenomenal.
So Messi,
Messi.
Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Maradona,
Yeah.
the phenomenal, and
Okay.
Neymar.
So you don't think like, because I've heard this opinion, which I think is the most dumb opinion, that Neymar is closer to Ronaldo than Ronaldo is to Messi. Are you of that belief?
No.
Grazie.
Prego.
I'm trying to think here because I know he loves Neymar a lot, but I'm trying to think, is he
Who's
trying
sixth?
to spin us?
Pele.
So
So you've
Pele is
got
better
three
than Ronaldinho,
Brazilians.
but not Neymar.
Yeah.
How much better is?
Okay,
I'm seeing some.
I'm seeing some flaws in his
I'm
list,
seeing
but I
some
don't think
flaws.
his original statement was wrong.
Yeah,
I think his
Well,
original
what flaws are you seeing?
I'm surprised that you think that Pele is better than Ronaldinho, but not. But like, so what makes Pele higher in your list than Ronaldinho, for example?
The impact that he had on football in its infancy. I think by far and away Pele was the best player in
Why
the
doesn't that
60s.
take him above Neymar?
Because I think Neymar reached higher heights than Pele, and he was at the top of football for longer than
Didn't
Pele.
Ronaldinho?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
What
Ronaldinho.
higher heights you're talking about at club level? Because for
Everything.
country,
Yeah,
Pele
yeah.
exceeded both.
Yeah,
of
to
them.
be fair,
Yeah.
Pele was playing.
Pele
New
won
Cosmos.
I
3.
couldn't care less.
But-
What he's doing.
but-
I'm just
but
saying he did
Pele-
stuff for his country.
on that
Like, for
list-
example, if we go by what he was saying earlier, if
Yeah.
you go to Brazil, some
Yeah.
guys will tell you what Pele bought me trophies wise. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Pele they view as better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I asked them.
Yeah.
Who did you ask?
Wallah, one guy on Amigo. I said Ronaldo or Pele. He
He
said
asked Totta.
Pele.
He asked Totta.
He just told her.
Right.
So,
Trying to think.
good.
I think he was very. I think maybe. I think we have to take the context of this. All right, this is his first time coming on Barra Brothers. He didn't want to, say
Put himself
something
out there.
So outrageous.
Yeah.
But maybe do we think he's lying on? Cause I believe in his take on Neymar. Like I think Neymar is bona fide top 5 for him. I don't know if he thinks Neymar's higher though. I think maybe does he think Neymar's better than Maradona? But the
I
statement
thought
was top 5.
I thought he thought Neymar was top 3
Me too.
In my lifetime, yeah.
in your lifetime. But you understand the greatness
From
of
like
Maradona.
when I started watching football. Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I see the problem now.
Yeah.
I also see the problem because it's like it would be a safe truth if that makes sense.
Yes. So safe.
It'd be a safe truth, so that's why I think it could be a sneaky lie.
That's my point.
Sometimes safe truths and sneaky lies can be coming.
Yeah.
How far is Maradona compared to Neymar?
A big difference. Top 3, like compared to everyone else, is so
They're all
like,
better over there.
massive difference.
Is there any way that Neymar can get higher in your list?
He could push 4th.
If
Push for 4th.
if he wins a World Cup or something.
Yeah, if he won a World Cup, he'd be 4th.
So why is Maradona better?
Because, like you were saying, Maradona was playing in an era where football pitches were completely destroyed. He was high on cocaine every game. He was going up against defenders that were trying to snap his legs.
Yeah.
He played in a completely different generation of football, and he was by far and away the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever team he played for. He went to Napoli, and he won 2 league titles there. Dragging them in
That's
an,
what I'm saying.
arguably one of the best eras of Italian football
In
history.
terms of pure footballing ability,
Okay.
Yeah.
Neymar or Nazario? This isn't necessarily got to do with your list, just pure footballing ability. What do you think?
On the eye, Neymar, but I think for their role and position, the phenomenal.
This is well, like,
It's tough.
this
It's
is a
tough because
one.
when you add the context in,
Yeah,
I think we charge him with a Rico.
yeah,
whoa,
yeah. I agree.
a Rico,
Yeah, mob
Yeah.
ties. You know these guys, man.
you want to send him away?
Send him away with Thiago Motta as well.
Yeah.
Just fuck
Motta can get it. Fucking.
Juntoli
Allegri
can get it.
Giuntoli can get it.
You want to send him away for that statement?
Let me think here, man.
No, but bro, I don't think it's crazy to. I'm just saying this is either a safe truth or a tricky lie.
Okay, can I ask you?
How do
Top
you
10.
determine that?
Do you know your
Give us
6 to 10?
Pele 6,
Yeah.
and then the ordering, I don't know.
But give me names.
Zidane,
Yeah.
Cruyff, Baggio, and Maldini.
So for the same reasons you put Maradona ahead of Neymar, why can't you put Cruyff ahead of Neymar?
I just think Cruyff was great for his generation in the 70s as well, but I don't think his game would translate as well to Neymar's generation compared to someone like Maradona and the Brazilian Ronaldo. So if the Brazilian Ronaldo played in the 2010s, he'd be by far and away the best striker in the world. If Maradona played in the 2010s as well, he'd be rivaling Messi and Ronaldo for the best player in the world, if not better than them.
Cruyff might even be the most timeless.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
But if you look at modern football, it's built off Cruyff.
Yeah, I hear
He
that.
had a massive impact on and off the pitch as a coach and as a player.
Total football. That's Cruyff.
100%. But I don't think Cruyff probably had too many aspects of the game that were superior to Neymar.
Oh. Talking wild there, kid.
I don't disagree.
Boys, what are we doing with this guy? He's a tough one.
Are you saying,
This is tough.
jury, we need to come to a decision, please?
He's a good man. Comes from a good family.
Yeah.
It does. I'm leaning
Nope.
I'm leaning to put him in jail.
No previous offences.
No previous offences.
I'm leaning
Good
to put him
guy.
in jail.
He's a good man. He's a good youth, as the kids say.
I'm leaning to put him in jail.
I think
Really?
he's telling the truth.
You just said you put him in jail. Nah. You just said you're charging the RICO at him.
I'm allowed to change my mind.
A RICO.
God, like, yo, weird jury member.
I'm allowed to change my
Can we put him in
mind.
jail? Can we put him in jail as well? I'm leaning to put him in jail.
Why? Because you know he likes Neymar.
I know he likes Neymar, but I think he might like Neymar a bit more than he's letting on.
Okay. Is there a world
Just because
where you put Neymar above fifth? Or fourth?
Above fourth.
Above
So
fourth.
top three?
Yeah.
No. All time?
Yeah.
No.
I think he's telling the
He's
truth.
telling the truth, man.
I think he's telling the truth. If you're lying, I will hunt you down.
Yeah, he's explained it so well. But I'm just saying there's a fine line between a safe truth. and
This is a safe truth.
See, it's one of those like what
Like,
I tried
my
to do
thing
with the
is,
Argentine.
my thing is, we could say he's telling the truth,
Yeah.
and he tells us he puts him sixth.
Yeah.
Just know what it means.
I know.
Yeah.
For us to be wrong here.
I think he's a good youth.
No,
Look
but
at me in
also-
the eye. Tell me you're telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Oh.
You saw that? He blinked and looked away.
He couldn't
I looked
keep,
straight at
he
you.
couldn't keep eye contact.
He went like this.
All
Telling
right.
the truth.
Plead to us as the jury why we shouldn't put you away for that.
Closing statement.
Your closing statement.
My closing statement to why I think Neymar is a top 5 player of all time is simply due to the fact that as an attacker, especially a winger, there's not many, if any really, that have been better than him as a goal scorer and a playmaker. He's been at the top of football since his last year at Santos, 2011, 2012, all the way through to his last days at PSG. It's a good 10-year stretch. Only really Messi and Ronaldo have had higher peaks for that long, I think. And then what he had on my generation as well, growing up with Neymar, he was my favourite player of all time. He still is. I just think his impact on and off the pitch puts him top 5.
He's walking free.
Oh, he's
Could
walking
you just say your statement to me again while looking me in the eyes, please?
a
Neymar
long
Jr.
statement.
is a top 5 footballer of all time.
He's walking
telling
free.
the truth.
Yeah, I think we escort him to the chicken shop
Yeah.
and we let him eat.
Yeah.
Oh, so he looks like a snitch to when he goes back as well.
Yeah.
Chill out. We can't give him the chicken.
No,
burger.
no. He's
You
getting.
can't give him
I've
the
told
chicken
you.
burger meal. You
No,
can't
no,
do that.
no.
He's
You
gonna
can't,
come
you
back.
can't. Maybe
You can't
strip.
just let him go.
Maybe strip burger. Not
And,
fillet.
and guess what? He's sitting with me. I'm in uniform as well.
Fuck.
Yeah. So the
So
man,
he-
them, even
so
if they snap him, they know he's
Fuck.
biggest snitch.
So when he goes back to Dormo, no chance. He's
No
not,
chance,
He's down.
yeah.
He's down.
Yeah.
He's no chance for him.
Luca wanted.
This is errate Luca. Guys, I don't mind saying he tells the truth. Like, go
Yeah.
on.
That's unanimous.
Unanimous.
Yes.
Okay, Luca, we have let you walk free. Now, all the cameras are off. No one can see you. Have you walked free?
If this guy does it, you will laugh.
Were you... you have walked free, sorry.
I have walked
Were you telling the truth? Did you get away with murder?
Or did we release a murderer into the streets?
I was not telling the truth.
Oh,
I knew it!
I was not telling the truth.
I knew it!
And one of you actually predicted
You put
my
him
logic.
sick, didn't it?
I have him sick.
I knew it, boys! I knew it!
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys.
we let a
I
murderer
swindled you.
go.
I
Who's
told you,
fifth?
bro.
Pele.
I
And I had
told
Neymar
you,
top
bro.
5 for a very long time.
Hmm.
But I was with a couple Brazilian guys when I went to the Maldives, and they
that
they
fucking
convinced
That
me.
fucking...
That
Maldives
fucking
trip.
Maldives
And
trip.
Fucking
Follow
you.
me, I made him do his debut before.
and they convinced me that Pele is over Neymar. So,
That's what did I say?
but you said
I spoke
the
on
thing is-
Amigo and they said Pele is the best.
The thing is, you guys were so close Remedy and Hussein, you were saying, oh, maybe I have him a bit higher than 5th, which
Yeah.
would mean I'm also lying because I said he was 5th. Then at the end, Abs, you're like,
you
might have him 6th.
Because there's such a fine line between a smart lie and
That
real
is
truth,
so
bro.
silly. I feel
So you know
So
what we've done?
good, so
we
good.
took him chicken shop.
Yeah.
Then he's taken food away, gone to the man and said, "Say, well, you still got the body over there."
you got away with one.
Go away one. Sorry,
I'm
guys.
devastated.
Brilliant.
Should have known.
He should have known.
Rico.
What do you mean, said Rico? You changed your opinion like 5
It's a
seconds.
tough one because you know how I feel towards Neymar,
Yeah,
my
see?
favorite player
He's
ever.
smart.
He used his opinion.
So I knew that you guys
Yeah.
knew how much I like
So
Neymar.
we did well for Hussein using his previous logic and his previous thoughts. Luca just got away from us.
He used his previous thoughts against us.
A Brazilian was used in covering up the body.
Yeah, he used
true.
him.
The
Yeah,
person that went down is Brazilian.
yeah. That moldy.
Because you know we had to decide that
Yeah.
someone went down. It wasn't him.
It wasn't
Yeah.
him.
We just sent a Brazilian down.
We just had a random guy.
Tota. We said
Adriano.
Yeah, Tota. Tota's gone. Are you
Right.
happy that Tota's in prison because of you?
Hey, it happens.
Remedy,
Remedy.
would you like to take the
Sometimes.
stand?
Okay, I'll take the stand.
What was your statement?
My statement is this. Luis Suarez is so far ahead of Karim Benzema that it's a joke to even compare them.
Boys, you know what's so fucked about this? He was just clowning Benzema.
He was. Which he was telling the truth in because there was no need to lie unless he pre-planned that.
Oh,
Nah, he's not. No, he's not mentoring us like that. That's too fucked.
That would have been crazy.
If you did that, I'm shaking your hand as I let you go.
Yeah,
I'm shaking your hand as I let you
But
go.
remember, he knew what the video ideas were going into it. He knew the order of the videos as well. He could have planned it.
No, you're going mad! Luca, you're going mad! You're going mad, you're making me go mad.
These are
he's on it.
factors
He's
to
on it.
consider.
He's on it.
Man, you got a giggly guy on court, man.
Because he brought up the 4 goals for a good few minutes. And he made us ponder on the 4 goals as well.
he
Wait,
stayed
wait,
on
wait,
it.
Remember, Hussein was like, yeah, that's mad, only 4 goals. And you were bringing it up as well. Abs, talk about Hoyland as well.
yeah,
Please
about
give us
to say
context of what I said. Like,
Oh, so yeah, so in the previous video,
yeah.
we were speaking about Karim Benzema. I can't remember how he came up.
It was BBC or MSN, which
Okay,
was
so
a
yeah, we
better
were talking
trio.
about MSN versus BBC, and and then he mentioned how Karim Benzema. He said everyone talks about Karim Benzema. He actually went on a little rant. Everyone talks about
For no
Benzema
reason,
up.
nobody
No
was even
reason.
talking
It
about
was
Benzema.
so unprovoked. He surely didn't do that in anticipation of this take.
That
Hussein,
Are
would,
we
that would be
looking
that
too
would be
deep
very
into it,
yeah.
though?
That would be
Yeah,
very
okay,
smart.
cool. Yeah, let's
But at the
just-
same
let's-
time, can you repeat your statement?
Luis Suarez is so far ahead of Karim Benzema
Yeah.
that it's an embarrassment to even compare them.
Okay, this is where I think you're chatting shit, because
it's the vernacular embarrassment. to
what
compare.
do you mean it's embarrassing to compare?
a
One's
Ballon
won a
d'Or
Ballon
winner.
d'Or winner, one hasn't won the Ballon d'Or. One's had crazy longevity.
Okay, who has a higher peak, Benzema or Suarez?
Luis Suarez.
Who's had better longevity, Benzema or
What
Suarez?
season? What season? Sorry, before you go there.
15-16.
Was higher than Benzema's Ballon d'Or year. I'm
But-
asking
okay.
you the question in your opinion, just your opinion.
Luis Suarez that year was unbelievable.
Yes.
He won the Golden Boot in a time
Yeah.
where there's Ronaldo,
Yeah.
when there's Neymar,
Yeah.
when there's Messi.
He
Luis
did.
Suarez got the Golden Boot.
He did.
Okay, but why is it a joke to compare him to Ballon d'Or winning Karim Benzema, multiple Champions League winning Karim Benzema,
Okay, let's look at those.
Mr. Clutch as well, by the way. Let's not forget in that Champions League campaign.
Let's look at those Champions Leagues, right? You're using those Champions Leagues as an example.
Yeah.
The last one, he had an unbelievable campaign, 21-22, right?
One of the best campaigns we've ever
One of the
seen.
best. 2013-14, he was the, what's the word? He was the
Unsung hero.
unsung hero, you can say. He helped them take, because semi-finals, he was great. Final, but
That's Atletico Madrid skill on the line year, innit?
That was 16-17.
that
16,
was
17, okay.
13-14
no,
he
that
scored
was
against Bayern Munich in the semis.
Yes.
Against
yes, that
Bayern,
picture.
he was
Yeah.
great. I think 14-15, obviously they got knocked out in the semi-final to your team.
Yeah. He didn't play though.
No, he didn't play. 15-16, he had a great year, like numbers-wise. I just don't think his impact in the
No,
Champions-
15-16, I don't even think he scored from the round of 16 onwards or
Right.
quarterfinal onwards.
And then 16-17, that was the year where you could kind of see his impact in the Champions League, because that's the year where Bale obviously came out and he was facilitating for Ronaldo, noodle hair Ronaldo.
yeah.
So we're looking at a guy who's played the side piece for so long, right? And then 17-18, bro.
Chill,
bro, 4 goals.
Chill.
Bro, 4 goals is hilarious, bro.
Yes. It's
But and then
How
he
many goals
scored.
did he get all comps that season?
I genuinely don't know. I just
probably
remember
around
that stat.
10 mark, maybe.
Yeah. And that Champions League, bro, you're playing against a goalkeeper with CTE. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 21-22, wow, what a
top.
season. Ballon d'Or totally deserved. But if you look at... No. I'm saying if Suarez, right, because that was after Messi and Ronaldo had their peaks and their primes, right? If Suarez had a similar year, any year after like 2020, like if Suarez was like 4 or 5 years younger, the guy would be Ballon d'Or upon Ballon d'Or upon Ballon d'Or. What he did at Liverpool, when we're looking at Sturridge, Suarez, Sterling. Suarez on his own nearly carried that Liverpool team to a Premier
League goals in that season.
In 31 games, he missed the first 8 games.
Yeah.
And his goal tally was only bettered by Mohamed Salah, like way later on. I think he scored 32, and then Erling Haaland obviously smashed the record. But Luis Suarez, 31 goals in 31 games. He didn't score a goal against the top 4, and he didn't take penalties either. It was Steven Gerrard. That is an unbelievable year. He goes over to Barcelona, and wow, like, okay, it starts off tough, but he started cooking up craziness in the knockout rounds of the Champions League that year. Everyone remembers that goal against PSG where they're like, you had no right to put it in the top bins. So that's why I think it's an embarrassment to even. I think Luis Suarez. I think Luis Suarez is so far and away the best striker of this past generation.
Are you putting Suarez so far ahead due to his technical abilities and overall as a footballer? But are you excluding team accolades? Are you excluding longevity, just pure ability as a striker, what a number 9 has to offer? Or are you including everything?
Okay, longevity wise, when Suarez was at his best, right? We got 2011. He got a bit chubby towards the end. So to 2018. Let's use that, right? Because after that, he kind of fell off. Yeah. So Benzema longevity beat Suarez. But I'm talking at their primes. Because Benzema in 2007 was cooking up Man United. Yeah. Benzema in 2022 was cooking up Man City.
Yeah.
So that's 15 years. That's unbelievable, right? Yeah. But I think those seasons, like I said, I'm a Prem tard. Like I watched the Premier League growing up, and what I watched from Luis Suarez, I don't think I've seen a peak like that. Numbers.
No, okay, peak is one thing, but you're saying like you can't even compare them. I think that's the crazy part. I don't disagree that Suarez.
I genuinely
after just saying that from 2007 to 2022, he's been cooking up United to see.
No.
That was a very off year for him as well, by the way. 17-18.
It can't be an embarrassment to compare. Okay, cool. Where do you rank Benzema in 9s in the last in this previous generation?
So I'm just gonna say the names. I'll think about the order after.
Yes, okay.
So
no, I want the order.
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but get to all that as well. Right.
Cool. So
is he top 10?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Is he top 5?
I'm just gonna think of the names.
All right, say the names.
So we have Suarez. We have Ibra. Would you say that's this generation?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have. I'm just trying to go. We have Benzema as well. I'm trying to think of all the
Lewandowski.
I think Aguero.
Rooney.
You
don't class him as a striker?
I think previous. Rooney is like maybe late 9. But we can include Rooney. I think Rooney's probably better. I think Lewandowski's better. I think
Van Persie.
No, I think Benzema's better than Van Persie. Kane. I think Kane's better than Benzema.
I think Kane's better than Benzema.
As a player, or again just pure on ability, over game, or everything?
No, accolades obviously Benzema.
Obviously, yeah, but importance in their team.
I think Kane has got this. Okay. Wait. Just let me finish.
Whoa. You trying to get me mad?
Facilitate.
About to crash on, nigga over here.
No, facilitative wise, I don't think Kane is clear of Benzema. I just think who I want from a striker, ice cold finisher, ball striker. That's what I love in my strikers.
So when you said you don't think Kane is a far better facilitator than Benzema, do you think he's a better facilitator than Benzema?
No, I don't. I think Benzema is a better facilitator.
What is Suarez's most impressive achievement in his career, in your opinion?
Achievement or...
It can be anything. Trophy won, a stat, whatever it may be.
Genuinely, I think it's that Liverpool season.
The Liverpool season.
I think he was...
Where he won nothing.
He didn't know, but we're talking about... I can tell you 83 goals, he won the Champions League, but I'm just talking about as a fan watching this, because Liverpool were going up against Arsenal. I thought Luis Suarez that year was probably he was fake.
Okay, what about Benzema's? What's Benzema's most impressive achievement?
21-22. That season was great.
The whole season.
It was great.
Each individual seasons.
What do you mean?
So for you, Suarez's most impressive accolade
Yeah.
is the individual season in
Yeah.
13-14, and
Yeah.
Benzema's is 21-22,
Yes.
his individual season.
Yes.
Okay, and then is it an embarrassment to compare those two?
No, you can compare the season, but I'm just comparing because yes, Benzema had the longevity, but in the middle he was stinky, bro. Like there was certain times where like he wanted to Higuain was the main striker.
Stinky in the middle, bro.
No, there were times, bro. That I told you that 17-18 season, that 16-17 season, he was good. He had great numbers. 15-16, 14-15, bro. I just think Benzema in the middle. That's the thing that people forget about. The peak ends amazing.
Yeah, that's 'cause there's something
Benzema
louder-
in the middle,
there's
you're
something
saying
louder to think
one
about Real
season.
Madrid than Benzema.
So you have Suarez
No.
first.
I have Suarez first of this past
Where do
generation.
you,
Okay.
just as a
What
thought,
about-
where do you rank Suarez strikers all time?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Probably third.
So Henry,
Behind-
Henry and
Yeah,
Armand above him.
Henry and
Is he
Armand.
closer to Henry than Benzema is to him?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so firmly in the Suarez boat.
I know he doesn't like Benzema, but I don't know about the whole. It's an embarrassment
is
to
is
compare.
an interesting
Nah, bro.
word to use, bro.
I think Suarez is.
No, but that's
I
not the
think-
problem. Our problem isn't you thinking Suarez. Our problem is you think that it's embarrassing to compare him to
Nah.
Karim
What
Benzema.
I'm thinking of, right, is
Racist,
I
brother.
think he definitely believes Suarez is better.
Yeah, most
like we
certainly.
all probably do
Yeah.
as well. But I think it's the extent to which
Yeah.
he thinks Suarez is better. Just like I said, my one was like only 1 point or one position difference between fifth and sixth. How much better does he really think Suarez is compared to Benzema? Is the real question. Because he said his first words were like far, far, far. I think he used the word far like twice or 3 times in his
Yeah.
original statement.
Let the record show.
Then the second one, I don't think he said it 3 times again. I think he said it might have been once or twice. And he used the word embarrassment, which is very, very, I would say.
Just for the jury, could you please repeat your original statement that you wrote down?
Yeah,
please?
I'm just gonna.
Have you seen the way Suarez runs now?
Yeah, bro, he's washed now.
His calves and his knees hurt.
But that's big. Benzema still.
Okay,
Benzema just
so
won
my
the league.
statement was, I think Luis Suarez is so far clear of Karim Benzema that it's an embarrassment to even compare them.
Nah, man, you gotta be lying.
Good statement, bro. Such a flagrant. I hope.
And if you're not lying,
Yeah, that's a crazy.
then
thing.
I'm dragging you back
Yeah.
and I'm putting you in court again, and we're resentencing you. What are you not saying?
So are you saying you think I'm guilty based on the outrageousness of my statement? Not that
we
my
can't.
sta-
Yeah, but we can't sentence you to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to sentence you to what we believe if you're telling the truth or lying. My issue is that I don't think you're lying about your statement. I think you're lying about the extent of which you're saying the gap is between the two.
Is that what you're
Why did you
thinking?
stop looking
That's
at
what
me
I
when I
was
said that?
thinking.
No, I just wanted to hear their opinions.
That's what I was thinking. I think the extent
not
is
good at that.
exaggerated a little bit.
I get a bit plus.
But at the same time,
This guy's killing me, God.
at the same time, in the last video, he was so for no reason he just
Yeah,
smoked Benzema.
Nah, but no
Now that
reason.
could-
It was BBC. We were talking about BBC. Come
Yeah,
on.
but we weren't talking about Benzema.
Nah, we weren't. But he's part of BBC.
No, but
He
we were
is.
talking about
Did
their
you have that
peaks.
statement written before our last video? You understand? You have
yeah.
to tell the truth.
No, I had that, and then I kind of altered it towards the end because I'm like,
It was 5 goals, by the way. I fact checked it.
okay, wow, you one goal, right? I think like when I was looking back, I was like, yo, next level, bro. Suarez is unbelievable. I think Suarez is by far and away number one. Benzema, I think there are a few strikers better than him.
Okay, what are you saying, Hussein? You think he's lying?
I think he's telling the truth, but I think he's mad. I think he's telling the truth.
What do you
That's
think,
what I'm
Abs?
leaning to as well. I hate you if you think this. Actually, I don't like. My thing is, my issue is his vernacular in his original statement. That's my issue. But we're not here in court to care about issues right now. We have to say whether this guy's telling the truth or not. I believe he believes that statement.
I think so too.
Do you think he believes it?
Yeah.
So we're agreeing that he's telling the truth.
Because at first I thought he was lying to the extent at which he believes that, but then the viciousness that we was talking about Benzema before.
No, he hates him. He hates him.
So I think he's telling the truth as well.
Okay,
Benzema's an ack as well, yeah.
he is, but we have to talk football.
But religion isn't involved in this.
No,
one.
it's not. We have to talk football here, yeah. So my statement was, I think Luis Suarez.
Have we come to our conclusion?
Yes.
You're a free man.
Okay, I'm going.
You
with,
are a free
Are
man.
you going to eat with him,
The
or are you
question
coming
is-
with me to the truth house?
Either way, I'm free.
You're free.
Yeah, you're free.
My statement was, I think Luis Suarez is a far better striker than Karim Benzema, and it's an embarrassment to even compare them. I was lying.
You think the extent is smaller?
No, I'm a Benzema fan. I swear to God.
No way. That's a famoose. That's just a straight
I
famoose.
swear to God, I'm a Benzema fan.
So you said it on purpose in the last video?
Yeah, I was goading you guys.
So oh,
Fuck, we should have run
I
with that.
said it
from
straight at the
earlier.
start.
I was goading you guys. I was goading you guys.
So you actually think Benzema's better than Suarez?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, you know what? We fucked it. The guy who drank like 8 liters of water as well.
You didn't even join it for one of them. You did it so
I'm a
much.
mug.
You did it so much subconsciously.
I started mirroring him.
I was so
mirroring him.
No way, man.
No one drinks that much water when they're telling the
Benzema's even
truth.
better as well as me.
And I knew,
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew he was bringing up the Benzema thing in the last
Oh,
video
that's
for a reason.
so meta. That's so meta, you prick. You prick.
How about this? I don't have the statement even written down.
You brought the phone for
I brought the phone for no
You
reason.
said he changed the statement by words of fart each time.
He did.
He did.
I thought of the statement as I spoke about Benzema, and then I started talking about the 4 goals thing. It was 5 goals.
But I was saying, you said you know he hates Benzema. Did you
Yeah.
just say that? Or-
Because I feel like, do you think his Ballon d'Or isn't deserved?
No. I think
No,
that
he said that before he said
I
it.
think that Benzema season is one of the greatest I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn.
I swear to God.
Might be an accomplice.
I can't lie, he's.
yeah, that was good to be fair.
Well done, man.
But we got parts of the story. We just got it the wrong way round.
I'm saying, man, it adds up.
I like the ballers, man.
Because it was either he was gunning so badly for Benzema that he really hates him, or he was just famoosing us completely. And we were
Bro,
on the
come
wrong
on, man.
side. It was the flip of the coin.
Suarez, racismo. We can't have him. It makes sense. We slept on it. You know what, boys? I want you two to outro it.
Yeah. Bro, I can't lie. Football jury.
Good fun, man.
It's a good fun, brother.
Very good fun.
I want to see now, from now every episode that we see after this,
Yeah.
who is going to jail next.
Mm.
I'm sure all of the people in the Barra Brothers family can see that in the next episode.
Like, subscribe,
Hey, the Bruvvahood's increasing. Let's go!
and eat the pizza without the ananas, okay?